What is it like, though, for you? Somebody who's played in playoff games, played in big-time games, won a championship. What is it like for you, though, to be a GM in this situation?
It's a combination of, this is why I made the leap, and this is why you do it, to try to build a team that can compete for championships and be in a position like this. And then it's something I continue to deal with in this role is the helpless feeling that there's nothing I can do right now. And, from my standpoint, kind of haze in the barn. So just support these guys. But the coolest thing, Rich, is got so much confidence in this team for no other reason other than that they've earned it all year long. They've just been up to every test, and I think when you talk about being tested, I don't know if I've ever been involved in a season where you experienced the variety of things, and a team has come through in a variety of ways, whether it be, winning 9-0 in the rain in D.C. or a shootout in New Orleans and winning with a dominant defense or winning with a run offense or a pass offense. And it's a testament to the mettle of this group. I think it's also a testament to Kyle Shanahan, his leadership, and his staff. They've done a tremendous job kind of putting together a group of really talented and young men that have a lot of high character, and so hats off to all them. They deserve the credit.
And however, I know there's no I in John or Lynch, but let me say then, you helped build this team too, John. So how is this in the mold of what you envisioned or what you embodied as a player?
Yeah, I think all of us are product of our experiences, and so as you start to put this thing together, I don't think it's brain surgery. You look at each other, Kyle and I, and okay, we got to find our quarterback, and we're very fortuitous, and Jimmy Garoppolo came our way, and we saw him go to work in that first year, and then had a great deal of belief that not only did he change our team, but also that the room for improvement was immense, and that was going to come with experience. Unfortunately, that got cut short last year, but this year he got to experience a whole year, and I think really shined. But then I think when I think of this team, the hallmark is that coupled with building our D line. We wanted to build a defensive front that was one that you were going to have to be reckoned with each and every week, and if you didn't give them the proper attention, they were going to wreak havoc. And so I think we built the team in that mold, and we also had ideas in terms of the type of spirit we wanted on this team. We wanted guys that were passionate, competitive, dependable, all those things that turns into the character of your team. And so I think that's how this team was built, and a lot of people played a role in it. And I think it's through both coaching staff and personnel staff working together that you really hone in on the right guys. We've made plenty of mistakes, but or fortunately, we've picked some players that really love the game and are pretty talented. And when you put that together, you've got a chance.
And John Lynch here on the Rich Eisen Show. One last question on this about how a team gets put together, and certainly you being brought in. Shanahan was already there. They reached out to you, took you out of the booth from Fox, and you said, "Yeah, I want to do this." And how it all works being put together. It just seems every single dude on offense is just a big, tall, physical beast that is running, slashing at the most difficult angle for the defense to grasp, okay? And then they're running downhill a million miles an hour, causing you to make a business decision on the other end. That's what it looks like to me, John. And is that some way that you put together, like that guy would fit perfectly here, Kyle, or Kyle's like, hey, John, that guy would fit perfectly here in the offense I'm cooking up here? How does it work?
I like hearing that, but I think that's one of the reasons, why you would leave a booth. I wasn't going to do this just for any place, and had a opportunity to be at a place that was just an iconic franchise. The 49ers had fallen upon some hard times, but then the opportunity to work with a guy that I thought could not just be good, but could be special in Kyle Shanahan. And so I think his ability, and, one of the things that was recognizable is we started to have conversations, even when I was in broadcasting and production meetings with him, just how well he knew his offense, how well he knew his personnel, how well he knew exactly what he was looking for at each position. And not only him, he had a whole staff that came with him that had just a lot of knowledge. Even though they were young guys, they had been in this system for a long time, and they live it, they breathe it, and they, that's what you have to do. You have to communicate and say, what exactly are we looking for? And so there were some hallmarks and some things we both agreed on. I mean, one of the things I failed to mention right at the start, one of the key components, we wanted to be a fast team. And you look at our running backs, for instance, they're all 4-3 guys. I mean, and that's awesome. And they can beat you in a variety of ways. But Kyle does such a tremendous job of getting all these athletes that we have in space, but we get out and run, and he puts them in space and puts them in great positions to make plays. Jimmy's done a great job distributing and the football, and those guys have done a great job. Now we have a really big challenge with the Vikings and their defense. Zem's been a phenomenal coach in this league for a long time on that side of the ball. They've got a group that's got great continuity. Reminds me a little bit in terms of the continuity aspect of our Tampa defenses. We had all played together so long, you kind of know exactly what someone's thinking without even verbalizing it, and you see that from the Vikings. So it's a big challenge for us.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.